Hey all, Binks here, and today is very exciting. Everyone now has access to one of the most fun one-drops in the entire game, Kitty Pryde, a 1 energy, 0 power card. It says when this returns to your hand, plus 2 power, returns at the start of each turn. So she used to be able to choose when you return it to her hand. Now it happens every single turn. Makes her a bit less flexible, but she's still incredibly powerful. She has great synergies with things like the Collector, because she's going to add a buff to the Collector every single turn you play her. Angela, because you can reuse those spots and keep playing it. And Bishop, because you're going to be playing additional cards every single turn. We decided to work this into a Devil Dinosaur deck, and it was absolutely astonishing how well this deck worked. Do note, you can't run any 6-drops realistically with Kitty, so ending on a 5-drop in Devil Dinosaur is really nice. This can avoid things like Enchantress or Shang-Chi, because most often we are playing that Devil Dinosaur on turn 6 with hopefully a very well-charged Kitty. We have Nebula in here. If you want to make this a bit more budget, you can throw an Iceman for Nebula. Agent 13 is a great way to add cards to our hand. Quinjet is good to just reduce all those cards. If you don't have Quinjet, something like the Hood can fill in this spot. Angela is insane, and as well as the Collector with this deck. We have one of my favorite cards, Maria Hill. Look at that very cute cheeseburger variant. If you don't have Maria Hill, Cable can fit the bill if you're looking to be a bit more budget. Sentinel is a fantastic choice for any of these decks. Bishop, like I said, is just going to keep getting charged up. We have Moon Girl to double our hand. This could potentially be White Queen. We had some thoughts about this during the stream, but we ended up sticking with Moon Girl. And then Agent Coulson, a great way to add multiple cards to your hand. Again, if you're trying to be really budget, this can be swapped out for White Queen in a pinch. This deck is awesome. If you have, pretty much no pool 3 cards, you can still play a version of this with Kitty Pryde. So I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think in the comments. As always, make sure you like the video, subscribe down below, and you can catch me live at twitch.tv/Binks_plays. Enjoy. You peace! I'm a Cubs fan, but also don't really care about baseball. But I was like born a Cubs fan. Meow! Oh, Pog, chat. That's so rude of you. She lectured my Quinjet. Womp. Does Kitty... Alright, this is a test for you. Does Kitty get the Moyer Island buff? Or does she return to hand too quickly? Moore says end of turn. Ah, start of turn. True based. We will go Bishop and Lechagia. I think we need to start getting this pumped up now. It sucks getting rocks in the deck. I think it's not worth. I don't love it. So but now we can just play Kitty and Moyer Island every time. She gets an extra buff. Okay. Welcome. I wonder if she's gonna try and snipe my my Kitty at some point. I guess you can just ping off this Howard the Duck eventually, which is a bit scary. Sentinel's great here. Click the Duck. Olsen's also going to be very good for us. Do we think that they'll Electra yet? Well, I guess if they Electra, they go first, so it doesn't matter. We just get this dinosaur out now. Dinosaur's not even that strong right now. It's tough. Next turn is 1 cost. Why does it say 1 cost? Why does it say Coulson's a 1/3? What the fuck is this? What the hell? Anyone have any intel on that? That was... It's showing the duck stats? Oh, okay. Guess that makes sense. Oh! You freaking animal! Can you imagine doing that? I probably should have played the Sentinel right. Yeah, let's just fill our hand, see what happens. Keep our bishop pumping. I think we want to try and win right. I think we're gonna eventually try and win right. Howard is showing the next card, yeah, but it was showing it as a 1-3, which was weird, but people have correctly identified that was Howard's stats. So it was showing the next card, but it was showing them with Howard's stats, which is very weird. Rockslide is showing the rock is 4-5. Yeah. Must be some new funkiness going on, because they just changed that UI. I didn't want that. That should be illegal. I think we already snapped, right? I think this is pretty straightforward. They're only tying, right, huh? We need a Khazar then. Sorry to get us up by 1. Now, what could they have that beats us? I don't know. I guess I could have, like, Mr. F or something? Win right? Hit Monkey? But how are they going to do anything with Hit Monkey? Win all 3 lanes profit? I mean, this is tying this lane. I guess it is winning with the hood, right? Maybe they just don't think we can win. I guess they just don't think we can win right. It's very close, but we are winning right by just the skin of our damn teeth, dude. I think this Khazar was pretty important. Now, were we winning the tiebreaker no matter what? Yeah. I think it's always good to get the dub, though. I think it's always good to get over top. Ooh! GG's. You suggest playing that full deck access Agatha, but with the new crystal? I don't think the new crystal helps. It's way too hard just doing like draw a card. Like Jubilee's just so much better for that. Because all the cards that you're drawing are going to be 4 or 5 cost. I don't think crystal helps. Personally. Okay. Let's get the cycle of flowing. Maybe get the, no, let's get the collector down. And we'll Maria Hill. The next turn we could like potentially, I don't want to actually do this. And then next turn I like, but then I don't get access to the Maria Hill. This is tough. This is very tough. So let's do the original play. This is okay. We could draw 1-drop too. Dracula's gonna be tough to beat, man. Don't know if we're gonna be that. This double dinosaur is fantastic though. They could certainly have some counterplay. Jet's great. I think we fight against this Dracula potentially. This is gonna add 4, 6, 9. We have 15. We're gonna kind of be at the point where we only lose to Infinite, which is where we want to be. This actually makes me quite confident. I find disrespectful that Nina didn't make you guess Maria Hill. Well, she does it randomly to avoid human variance, which I think is a smart way to do it. I like this. I like fighting against their Dracula. I think that they're going to think that this Dracula is safe, but it is not safe, chat. You are not safe. They have a counter card for Dinosaur. We're in a bit of trouble, but we'll see. They play. They have Lockjaw on their Quantum Tunnel lane. We might beat a Lockjaw like focus deck. Not even Lockjaw, because they can only play 3 cards, so they can't guarantee this is anything. So we're gonna beat anything other than. We're gonna beat anything other than Infinite that pops out of here. I do not think that they can get it close. They could play 3 cards to get it a 50-50. So we still probably have to aim to try and win all the lanes as much as we can. I think like. I think we're kind of fine by just playing out as many cards as possible. And we're just going to add a shit ton of cards to hand. I don't think the Moon Girl is worth, because like these cards are going to cycle for either like Sentinel or Maria Hill, most likely. We're going to add another card. So we're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because they always play left here. We're adding 6 cards to hand guaranteed. Actually, let's swap the order here. I think we're fine. Plus, we're going to be literally 1 behind if they get the 1 and 3 to... Because if they have Infinite in their hand, it's going to be a 1 and 3. We should be pretty much filling our hand for the dinosaur. They can only show on 1 lane, right? Like, we didn't even have enough room in our hand to fill everything. Okay, has to be huge. Not huge. Spooky! It's a nice 12 cuber. Man, we almost won right as well. Right was pretty close. We got a lot of power flowing out of there. That was pretty nuts, man. That was a pretty crazy game. It's the 3rd Elysium game today. What do you replace Moon Girl with Goose? I don't like Goose. And it's not because the card's bad, it's because I forget that I played it. Every time. I'm gonna forget that this Goose is here by the end of the game. I was playing Goose in my deck the other day and I literally almost tore my hair out. Lana with Nebula is crazy. I was freaking out because I couldn't deal with it. Double Kitty? Double 0 cost Kitty, right? We must. We must. And we want to keep drawing because we don't have any of our Kitty enablers. This is weird. This is weird. I don't know what to do. I played too many cards. I don't want to play this Coulson yet. We'll play the Coulsons on the right. We'll just go crazy on the right. Rude. Junk. A junk. Bonka bonka. Wait, can we land these somewhere? We don't really want these on the right. Okay. After we do this, we're adding 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards to hand. That's fine. And then we just play the 2 6 cost kitties at the end of the game. Probably. That's probably enough. But you know what we could do? We could go kitty. We can get one more in here. We can go collector, kitty, kitty, this. Bump our collector even further. This is value, chat. Welcome to Value Town. Welcome to Value Town. Population me. Iron Man. And we can even play the sentry here. That. Olsen's just as much as the kitty, crazily enough. If only we had a dang, Did we just not play either kitty as a joke? I think the sentry actually might be insanely clutch. Because they might be playing around just as us just having 6 here. Easy game! We play this left. I'll get the Chibi Galaxy bundle, yeah. I'm not gonna play with any of the cards right now, so I'm not putting a huge emphasis on grabbing it. This Mr. Sinister's quite nice. And Mr. Fantastic, mind you. What do I play here? Collector or Mr. Probably Collector, right? Collector and a Moon Girl. Maybe just finish it off with Dino Dino. Probably gonna be our best bet. Murder Your Own Hood. They have Chibi Hood. Love to see it. Gotta get the Star Eyes in before that goes away. They're gonna play left because otherwise, because they're gonna try and get this going. Ever do this to stop them from drawing, or do I just not really care? Just don't really care. Just go Moon Girl, Dinosaur, Dinosaur. I think I snap. I guess they could have Disruption. Imagine if they don't, though. I don't think it's worth fighting their Warlock. Bolster replacement, White Queen's a good choice. Yeah, I wasn't gonna stop this no matter what. I kind of like Okoye and Thanos decks. Kind of dig Okoye and Thanos decks. I almost like don't need to play one here, right? Because the Nebula is going to trigger twice. I could draw a 1-drop. I have Quinjet. I guess Kitty doesn't work. It's only a 1 in 5 to draw a card. We'll just play the first one in there. And then we'll just drop the other one where we see fit. Sure. Okay. Alright. What's our mantra, chat? In all 3 lanes, profit. Beware the goose. Got a lot of work to do to beat this. I have to respect the collector getting bigger potentially. I did play the right Devil Dinosaur. Casserole, probably not a casserole. They'll probably find a way to win lane. They could definitely win multiple too. You can't play mid, but they have to respect the collector getting bigger. And I can play mid. I just can't play a dinosaur mid. I could play Coulson mid if I wanted. I could add friggin' 12 power mid if I really wanted to. That actually might have been a better play. If I'm keeping it real with you. A better play could have potentially been to play double Coulson there. See? Do you see how much they respected the collector chat? See how much they respected it? I told you, man. You gotta make them respect things. Gotta make them respect the collector. They didn't. You're so stupid. You were testing the forgiveness of holding the hold to buy, and I bought Chibi Angel. That's so funny. That's so funny. They implemented a system to keep you from doing something, and then you did it anyway out of curiosity. That's fantastic. Okay, wonderful. We're snapping here. We have our turn 5 double dinosaur Milano. We have Asteroid M, which could give us even more Angela triggers. The X Mansions. Wait. X Mansion gets spooky. Let's just play the Maria Hill left. And next turn we can Coulson Pride. But this would have messed up our ability. Bomb's scary, but we should be fine. Magento's very good. Magento's much better than your Abomination, you piece. Okay, no, we're not going to draw here, but it's fine. We have our key cards. We should have snapped. Why didn't we snap? We said we were going to snap last turn. Then we chose not to. It was stupid. Yeah, get wrecked. If there's one thing he does very well is admits his mistakes, which is what I respect. Rude. You're Kitty. They might think that they have a strong card to play here, but mine is much better. Wanda definitely was very nice to me there. Oh! Wow. Very well played by the opponent. Doesn't matter though. Unless they have Doom. I don't even know if we play Kitty, because they almost certainly are playing Skillmonger, right? I think it's just all about winning left. But with Skillmonger, they have 16 left, huh? 466. They can't Skillmonger and Doom, right? They can't Skillmonger and Doom is something we have to remember. This ties if they Skillmonger and then we're just crushing. This wins with left. Yeah, they can't Skillmonger with it. Nice. Very nice. Yeah, it was all about winning left there. All about winning left. I don't think the opponent realized that the Enchantress would move to the left, unfortunately. But that's the way Asteroid M goes a lot, right? Bots no longer have fake splits? What the hell? Messed up, dude. We do not play Kitty this game because we want to play Devil Dinosaur probably still. Okay, so this is the biggest thing with no, Dexter, Manscaped didn't sponsor me. Have him hit me up. Also, Dexter, you want to play Stumble Guys with me sometime? No particular reason. So this is the biggest change with Kitty, is that you can't run 6 drops. Because now if I want to put anything into Kitty, I just can't play Devil Dinosaur later. So it's just insanely not worth it right now. Let's do this actually. You never played it in your life? Do you have BlueStacks? You can play it on controller. It's much better. Played like 20 plus today, and they also talked to other people in my range, and nobody has seen a fake split today. Kind of wild. Kind of wildin' out. Nick Cannon. Would Beast fit in to make Kitty cost 0? Not in this deck, no. But Beast in many of these decks fits very well. I think I might remove Bishop eventually too, because Bishop has been very mid. But this deck is not, it's like, this deck is not a Kitty deck. This deck is a good cards deck that has Kitty in it. That makes sense. Bum, bum, bum. There's nothing really good to Stegron, unfortunately. Like, being able to Stegron with Fist Tower is kind of nice. They're almost certainly going to Black Widow us next turn. When playing Bounce, it's very fun. Yeah, there's Bounce versions of Kitty for sure. There's like a good cards Dino version of Kitty. Kitty and Nebula are both just in the deck because they're banger 1-cost cards. You don't have to go down the Kitty line. I think it's just Black Bolt Sentinel. But where? Here's the question. I kind of want to play them on the same lane. And finish with Dinosaur left. We're going to go here. And then we choose where to Dinosaur. Do that. Maybe we hit a good card with Black Bolt too. I'm sure they wouldn't have minded that card. Now Stegron turn 6, I think like Dinosaur is just so much better on turn 6, right? I think we just roar. Tell them beat 21. If they can beat 21, that's fine. Make them beat it. Dupe Stegron, it's not that strong, chat. Like, it's not that good of a card. Like, now that it's a 3/5, this card looks good. Where can you get Kitty? It's in your thing. You just have to update the game. Roar! Big Kitty. Big Monkey. Oh, just big enough. Oh! They had to play the Black Widow. They had to play the Black Widow. That's gotta hurt. That one cannot feel good, dude. That one. Wave is turning into a turn 5 Sandman on reveal. I mean, that's what it was meant to be, right? That was what it was meant to be. And that's what like Death Wave was meant to do. The only thing it does now is it beats Sarah, Zabu stuff. Okay. Damage up. Turn 5. Kitty. I mean, I really want to double Dinosaur this turn, but it's very risky. Didn't you yeah, Lammy series. Lammy series streams sometimes. He has a podcast with Coco 4. Very active on Twitter talking about Thanos. One of the best players in the world. Kitty Pryde was given out for free. You just have to make sure that your game is up to date, and it should be in your collection. Coulson, Misty, Nebula. I don't have a 1-drop to follow up with the dinosaur next turn. Probably Sentinel Coulson if I was going to do that. I could take a draw 1-drop. Yeah, we do have a 50-50 to draw a 1-drop. Roar! Not a great 1-drop to draw, but still works with the bishop. Does hinder our double dinosaur though. Agent 13 would have been the best pickup. This is the biggest their dinosaur can get. This is kind of the max power depending on how much juice they can put in the bishop. But the more juice they put in the bishop, the more power the dinosaur loses. They can also move this Jeff and add more power if they so choose. Black Bolt does have some really nice synergy of lowering their double dinosaur. This is like a 5-10, but I think our dinosaur is just going to be bigger most of the time, right? Like dinosaur is 13 plus 1 for bishop. It's all about winning backstability. I think if we win backstability, we're going to be all right. They could move their Jeff and like win backstability even harder. Kitty Pryde loses us 1 power here, which is bad. We just roll the dice here. Yeah, I think we're going to get over top, most likely. Draws 1 for bishop. I think we win middle by 1 power. 2 power with the bishop trigger. Let's go. Huge. Huge. Good game. I mean, Kitty. Everyone's been saying like everyone's very much missed Kitty. I believe. Okay, so we go Kitty into Nebula Kitty into Collector Kitty. Very good start. We might even be snapping here because we have a spot to drop Kitty where she can't die every turn. Let's snap. Could have gotten it from Triskelion. Very good point. We did get a bunch of crazy random cards from Triskelion, so they could have gotten one too. Really good point, Guardian Filter. Or they could have gotten, I don't know if any, I don't think Mr. Fantastic was enough. Nebula or Sunspot, like in general, I think Nebula's significantly stronger. Sunspot you have to invest in with your own energy. Nebula just kind of goes crazy. What do you think of the crystal change? It's weird to me that they turned her into an entirely new card. They're trying to push her into like actually being a usable card, which they're getting closer. I think if she was a 4/5, she would see play. Which would be really cool. But alas, she is not. The Collector's a bit better than the Angela here. It's annoying and rude of them, but they have a lot of work to do to deal with this, so we're not overly concerned. We do some funky stuff. We can go like Moon Girl into Dinosaur into like Kitty Coulson stuff. I think the Moon Girl is just really good value right now, right? And if we're doing that, we don't really care about anything else we draw. Is +3 on the Collector. They have to play right if they want to not deal with the Nebula annoying them every turn. Okay. Interesting. This might just be the only stats deck with Star-Lord as a joke. We could even go Dinosaur into Dinosaur Kitty, potentially. Stature. They played Stature for full cost. That's very good for us. Got him. Kitty Coulson leaves us with 6 cards in hand. We play out 16 power worth of stats. And our dinosaur stays 15. Dinosaur Kitty makes our dinosaur at 13. We play 19 power worth of stats. And our devil dinosaur remains... Or our devil dinosaur is 2 less. It's 1 additional power to play Dinosaur Kitty as opposed to Kitty Coulson. Oh, and we get extra from the... Actually, Kitty Coulson is better because of the collector buff. Interestingly. We get +6, +12, -2. Seems good. Very well played. It's a big dark hawk. It's a chunky hawk. It's a chunky hawk. Luckily, they can only play that dark hawk one place. Make sure to subscribe. Watch that one too.